Shalom, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah. Our chief face is letting the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans know that we are the Israelites, the people in the Bible. We're teaching the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, that we are the chosen people and the only people on this planet that's selected by the Most High, to follow his statute, laws, commandments, and salvation is only for our people, okay? Hope everybody's having a great closing of Passover and Shabbat. It's amazing how the Passover and the Sabbath day, which is the Shabbat day, landed on the same day. Because this is a high holy day. So all praises to the Most High. We understand that we left Egypt, and the Most High himself alone delivered us out of Egypt. So we must understand we're entering into perilous times. The same things happening again. Just in a different way, in a new way. The Israelite salvation and the sorrow which shall come over Jacob, has never been done, and has never been a time like this. So, we're basically bringing you this information, and we want you guys to be prepared and ready for these last days. And not only that, you have to conquer all wicked imaginations, cast them to the ground if you want to be accepted by the Most High. Because when you in this truth as an Israelite, the Bible already prophesies, which is telling the future over 4,000 years ago, that it's going to be a falling out of our nation, right? It's going to be a falling out. So we're going to go to 1 Timothy 4 and 11. All right, 1 Timothy 4 and 11. All right, all young men must gird up their loins and be a man. All right, before you're caught off guard and you're lacking in the faith. You have to have faith and works to survive these perilous times, right? All right, this is First Timothy chapter 4, and it says, "Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils." All right, a lot of our people, they giving heed to seducing spirits, anything that's causing an enchantment for you to like their doctrine and the imagination of the wicked. All right, like what? All right, believing all nations can be saved. All right, these other nations like to play mind games with you. All right, they like to get on your emotional side, but you can't be emotional when you dealing with this truth. All right, you can't be a perspective in person when you out here dealing with this truth. All right, you got to understand you're going to be tempted by all type of seducing spirits. People going to be into Christianity. They're going to be into Islam. They're going to be into Buddha. They're going to be to I am self doctrines. All right, all those are seducing spirits because you are allowed to do as you want, just like the devil say, "Do as I wilt." All right, that's a devil spirit. All right, and we can't have that as the children of God. All right, so, and it says right here, and then it says also doctrines of devils. Devils is great deceivers. All right, these pastors, all these world leaders, all right, that's head over the Catholic churches and all that stuff. All right, our people's giving ears to them. Even the music industry. All right, people want to kill each other, they want to gangbang on each other and all that. Those are seducing spirits, right? So we must understand, all right, the laws of the Bible is not made for, just the righteous. It's made for the unrighteous, right? The ones that's lawless, that don't have instructions, that's lost. All right, the ones that's righteous, they're not lost. They understand the laws. They live and by the laws, right? All right, and this is why we must teach our people the truth so they can resist the seducing spirits of these devilish doctrines. All right, hallelujah. So when you go to 1 Timothy 1 and 9, it says, "Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man. All right. That don't mean the righteous man is not keeping the law. That means it's not, made for him in a way where, he's looking for it. He knows it. All right. Because he's already righteous. He knows not to eat pork. He knows not to be a homosexual. He knows not to hate his brother. He knows to honor his parents. All right. He knows all this stuff already. All right. He know not to put no God before the Most High Yahweh, because it will anger him and it will cause his wrath to come upon them. All right, he knows this stuff. But for the ones who don't know it, there's instructions and manuals for them to keep, right? So never let nobody take that out of context for you when they tell you you don't got to keep the statute, laws, and commandments. So it says, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers. So this is what the law is made for. All right. The ones who don't understand right and wrong, who's sinning all day. All right. They don't understand what sin is. Sin is the transgression of the law. They don't understand. You reap what you sow. All right. So this is why we got to give our people the laws, the righteous instructions. All right. Then it says, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for men stealers, for liars, for purged persons, and if they be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine. All right. So for the whoremongers, all right, that's where that lustful spirit come in at. All right. When you meditate in these laws, all right, and you repenting and you seeking the Most High, how do you seek the Most High? All right. Within the scriptures, right? When you seeking him, that's going to combat the lustful mentality for you to be a whoremonger, all right? Looking at porno and stuff, right? Trying to mess with any woman, all right? That's going to eliminate that process. You got to understand, we're fighting a spiritual battle, all right? If you're polluted in that mindset and you're stuck in that mindset, you're losing, all right? And the Most High want you to actually fight back. He tells you a righteous man falls 7 times to get back up. All right, so you got to keep these laws and fight against those mentalities. All right, so you can't defile yourself with mankind. All right, you can't be men stealers. All right, what's defiling yourself with mankind? All right, being like of this world. All right, or even being a homosexual. All right, what's a men stealer? All right, to enslave your own brethren. All right, so you got to understand that. All right, we got laws to fight against these evil spirits. All right, so you got to get weaponed up. So people are like, oh, the Bible don't exist. It's plagiarized. It's fake and all that. All right. Man, when people say that, it's because they got evil spirits in them, all right? They already hate the Most High. They reject them because they weak, all right? The Most High ain't even for them, all right? The Most High don't love nobody like that, all right? When you actually standing strong in His word, that's who the Most High love. And then He tries His sons, all right? He tries us like gold in the furnace. When we going through hell and all the BS that we going through in life, that's the Most High trying to see how we going to react. All right. A lot of brothers I could have killed another brother, all right, if they didn't have the Most High, all right, with them. All right. You can't react brashly. You got to have composure, right? And this how the most, even Yahweh says, patience is a virtue, right? All right. So when we go to Luke 21 and 11, all right, you got to understand, we in the end times. You got to endure you got to fight through all the temptation, all right, and you hope that your lifespan ain't cut short, while you still trying to get right, right? So this is how you prep yourself. All right, it's by keeping the statute, laws, commandments. You got to endure. And then not only that, you got to, you got to even look what's going on in prophecy. You got to feed the sheep. You got to warn your people. All right. That's thus saith the Most High, right? So we go to Luke 21 and 11. It says, I'm going to start at 8. All right. I'm going to start at Luke 21 and 8. All right. Because when we talking about 1 Timothy 4 and 1, all right, you got to understand, Yahweh already prophesied all these doctrines of devils being broadcasted on a lot in a large scale. These doctrines of devils, right? What's that? When they teach our young men that they can be homosexual. Look at Dwayne Wade's son. All right, hugged up with a white man. All right, like real talk. That's a defiled mind. All right, his father and his son gonna be put to death when Christ come back. All right, this is why we gotta teach our brothers and sisters not to have that spirit. It's not okay to accept that in the community. All right. So this is Luke 21 and 8. All right, it says, and he said, take heed that ye be not deceived. All right, you do not want to be deceived. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua, Christ. And the time draweth near, go ye not thereof after them. All right, Yahushua says, take heed. All right, many gonna come in his name, talking about they're Christians, they're pastors. All right, they gonna say that they're the Messiah. All right, they gonna say they're the Messiah. The Messiah. All right, the Messiah is the Savior. All right, people gonna be looking towards the people that's healing all these diseases that was also created by the same people, right? They're also going to be taking heed to the false doctrines. All right, when you're looking at Seizure Bonjour and the Council of Nicaea, all right, all this stuff is going to happen. All right, you're going to see people like Nature Boy, all right, saying that he's the Messiah. All right, it's countless records of false prophets, false Christ, antichrist that's popping up around the world, saying that they have the true doctrine, that they're the real Christ, that they're the Messiah. All right, and there's a lot of our people that's taking heed to those dangerous doctrines, right? There's a lot of people that's taking heed into those dangerous doctrines. Okay, this is why we must stand strong and fight against that. All right, and this is how we do it, by understanding, what's going on, and they're provoking the Most High to wrath when all this stuff is going on, right? Prophecies being fulfilled, and not only that, they're provoking the Most High to wrath. This is why you seeing all these wars and famines and diseases starting to happen. All this must come to pass for our people to be saved, right? All right, so it says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom shall rise against kingdom. All right, we see this throughout the globe. We got countless of videos. We talking about Russia and the Ukraine. We talking about China, going against Taiwan. All right, Iran. All right, versus the fake the fake Jewish people, the Ashkenazis, because we the real Jews. All right, we have countless conversations with that. Russia just told America if they get involved, all right, they gonna suffer consequences, all right. And Russia does not BSing, all right, because that's a prophecy that the Most High said is going to happen, because it's the Most High. He's the one that has a final say so. All right, if he said it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. He controls our footsteps. All right, he could read your thoughts. All right, he can put an evil spirit on you. All right, and this is what he's doing to these world leaders, right? So then it says right here, and it says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. Earthquakes in the south, it's like unheard of. All right, but there's gonna be earthquakes in the south. There's gonna be earthquakes, and throughout the globe where never been earthquakes, and that's going on now. All right, and it's just started happening within the last 10 to 15 years. Okay, then it says, then it says, and famines and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. All right, people gonna be fearful. It's gonna be famines and pestilence. All right, famines is the disease. No, it's like it. The pestilence are the disease. The famine is the lack of food. There's gonna be food shortages. All right, all that's gonna happen throughout the globe. It's gonna be wars. All right, they're gonna have water wars. All right, they're gonna be fighting for the last resources and all that. All right, they don't talk about this on the news. This is why you, as a man, you got to be prepared, and you got to teach your brothers and sisters to be prepared. All right, because everybody is worldly, everybody is carnal. They only care about in vain imaginations. All right, that the Bible tell us not to care about. All right, because this is not our rest place. All right, and it says, but before all these, but there, it's like it. But before all these, they shall lay their hand on you and persecute you, delivering you up to synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. So, if you're a man of the Most High, he's telling you, like, they're going to persecute you. They're going to be killing a lot of our brothers and sisters and throwing them in the prisons, the ones who believe they're Israelites, who believe that they're the sons of the Most High. All right, and if you sell out, then you ain't gonna have no place in the kingdom of heaven. All right, and this is what it is. The Most High, he's the author. He got to sift the righteous from the wicked out. All right, he knows his sons. His sons is gonna stand strong and firm for him. The ones that's not his, who claim to be his, they're gonna sell out. They're gonna betray their brothers and sisters. They're gonna tell you all the information. That's what is going on. All right, and this how you tell the spirit by the spirit. All right, like real talk. All right, then it says, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. All this stuff gonna be a testimony. Like, I've been through that. I went through that, and that's gonna make the next brother strong. I make him make him feel like he's not alone in this truth. All right, he's not just isolated. All right, because we all going through our own trials and tribulations. Right. So this is why one of the reasons Yahweh was sent to the kingdom. I mean, to earth. All right, from heaven. All right, to save His people, who are Israelites, which is blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because He knew all these nations going to try to devour our people. No, not try, was going to devour our people. All right. So when you go to Luke 19:9, and it says, and Yahweh said unto him, this day is salvation come to this house, for so much as he also is a son of Abraham. All right, what do you mean by the son of Abraham? Because we know a lot of nations come from Abraham, right? But didn't the Most High says not through Abraham shall the seed be called, but through Isaac. All right, Abraham was promised a blessed nation. He was promised the chosen nations, he was promised the chosen nation, which is Israel, Yasharallah, the sons of Jacob. All right, and that's why he says, this day is salvation. Salvation come to this house. All right, that's why the father keeps the last name. All right, for the household, because the male is the head of the house. All right, then it says, and we understand who's the head of the house. It's Yahweh Shah, because Yahweh Shah, Christ, is the head of the man. The head of the man is the head of the woman. All right, and the head of Christ is Yahweh God. It's like it. The head of the woman is the man, and the head of the man is Yahweh Shah, Christ. And the head of Yahweh Shah, Christ, is Yahweh God. All right? So we got to understand that. All right? And salvation come to Yahweh Shah's house. Who's the bride? Who is the bride of Yahweh Shah Christ? It's the nation of Israel. All right? The Israelites is the bride. All right. We play the woman to Christ because he's the head over us. We got to submit to Christ and his will and his desire. Just like our women got to submit to the man and his will and his desire. But Christ got to submit to God and his desire. It's order and everything. All right. And when you stepping on each other's toes, then you causing confusion, then guess what happens? All right. You in violation of the law. All right. So this is for verse 10. It says, for the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. All right. Our nationality was lost. All right. Our culture was lost. Our language was lost. All right. We were stolen from our land, our home. All right. Yahweh shall come to what? To do what? To restore us. All right. And how do you do that? You got to sift out the wicked from the good. All right. And this was going on right now when brothers is waking up to the Israelites. The people who is not waking up to that, the Most High is separating them. All right. That's where the wheat and the tare come in at, right? So yeah, you gonna feel like, man, a lot of our people's not coming into this truth, right? You gonna feel that way. You gonna see it. Like I just told this brother, he an Israelite, he's still sagging. You know, he still got a cross on his neck. He's still celebrating his birthdays. He's still doing holidays. All right, real talk. And then you gonna see the other brothers like, you know what? They understand. They're not going to wear that cross on their neck. They're not going to do those birthdays. They're not going to celebrate holidays, all right? They're going to do the holy days. All right? They're not going to be profaned with heathen traditions and pagan ways and philosophies of men. They're only going to be persuaded of wisdom and words of the Most High, which is in these scriptures. And anything that goes against these scriptures, they're not going to play it. They're not going to go forth with it, all right? So that's what the balance is. You got to have that mindset before all hell breaks loose. All right, because if you don't, you're gonna be withered away in fire by thermonuclear bombs and missiles. All right. Thus saith the Most High. So this is 1 Peter 3 and 10. All right. You know, I'm gonna start at 9 and then I'm gonna read it through 12. All right, because we got to have this mindset before all hell breaks loose, like I was saying earlier, right? So it says, 1 Peter 3 and 9 says, not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing, but counterize blessings, knowing that ye are through unto called that ye should inherit a blessing. All right, no retaliation in the street, violence in the gang banging. All right, no want to see evilness for your own people. All right, sometimes you gotta ignore your brother. All right, when they're in the wrong, you gotta be the bigger man. All right, it don't show bitch, it don't show pussy. All right, you can probably whoop them, beat them up, kill them, do anything you want, but you showing what? Decorum. All right, you showing love. All right, and faith and works. All right, for the Most High. This is how we heal our nation. All right, that don't mean you got to deal with them. You don't got to deal with them at all. All right, but you do. What you do want to do is love your brother, even if they persecute you. All right. Then it says, for he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil, and his lips that have speaks no guile. Let's go for these rappers. There been over 200 rappers that's been dying within the last year or two, right? Because what they teach about killing each other, catching bodies and homies and whatnot, right? All right, to each other. They don't even talk about that with the nations that actually hate them. All right, and that's real. You got to take all that leaven out of your body. All right, so you don't have that same mindset. You got to be pure with thoughts and love, which is the laws of the Most High in your body. Then it says, let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it. So you got to seek peace. All right, you can't be always ready to, go to war with your own kind. All right, so right here it says, for For the eyes of the Most High are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Most High is against them that do evil. All right? All these nations are doing evil. 2/3 of our people are doing evil. So the Most High will be against you if you in that category, right? So this is Revelations 22:12. And it says, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his work shall be. All right, Yahweh Shah gonna give you a blessing, or he gonna give you a gift of blessings or curses, depending on your works. All right, and you can't say you don't know you an Israelite. You've been told you're an Israelite already. When Yahweh Shah Christ come back and you don't accept this truth and you not transformed, all right, you're gonna be destroyed. All right, you're gonna be a 2/3. All right. Then it says, but if you righteous, you having fellowship. All right, you having brew studies. All right, you having, you put in the Most High before, your family. You put him before your friends. You put him before your things that you love. All right, Yahweh Shah gonna save you from all destruction. All right, like real talk. And then you gonna have rulership in the kingdom of life. All right, which is heaven. And then it says right here, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. All right. Blessed are they that do the commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gate into the city. All right. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and adulterers and whosoever loveth maketh a lie. All right. I, Yahweh, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root of the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. All right. That's a message from Yahweh Christ to all of the Israelites on this planet. All right. Because he knew what was going to happen in these last days. All right. He knew exactly what was going to happen in these last days. He telling you, ain't gonna be no whoremongers in the kingdom. Ain't gonna be no murderers in the kingdom. That's why you must repent and be clean from that. All right. So your sins will be forgiven. All right. And when you do that, because it says, without having righteousness and the laws, you're like a dog, and you're not gonna enter to the gates of life. All right. A dog can't control his thoughts. He can't control his actions. He can't control his hunger. All right. He gonna eat whatever he want to eat. All right, he gonna do whatever he want to do. He gonna bounce on whoever he want to bounce on, because he's a dog. All right, but we gotta be righteous. All right, hey, guess what? The righteous is bold as lions. We gotta stand hard against adversity and not budge. All right, be wise, but do not budge. All right. It's a message from K.O.Y, Chief Ace of Kwame Asharala, or praise the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Shah. I'll see you guys a little later.